Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Hartsville, South Carolina. Good morning, Idaho. Good morning, California. Good morning, Missouri. It's two people in Missouri. I want to shout out Dawn Morning. She had back surgery yesterday. Hope I know she came out of it good. It's going to take a while for her to heal and get better, but with God's help, she'll get through this. Wish you well, Dawn Morning. And Raven Ramirez or Ravenhawk. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're doing okay. Let's get over this illness that you got. And before I get to the main topic, if you're holding a grudge against somebody and it's not that personal, like you backstab somebody, seriously, in a serious way, you know, get over it. Maybe that's the wrong term, but let it go. Sit down, think about it, talk to the person that you were holding a grudge against, and sort it out. And if you can't, then you go your separate ways. You know. Good morning. Okay, let's. There was something here I wanted to. Okay, here's another article. New York. On a Wednesday morning, Johnny Ramos stepped out into the 40-degree chill of Midtown Manhattan, a bevy of concerns weighing in on him. He hadn't found consistent paying jobs. With his immigration status up in the air, he didn't have work authorization. He needed to rush to the subway to get to a Western Union store in another borough, but the stitches from his recent surgery pulled at his skin, reminding him to walk slower so they don't reopen. Then he needed to make it back to the shelter in time so he would not miss his next meal. Most pressing, though, he needed to find a decent pair of pants. Ramos had only a pair of shorts, and winter in New York was coming. The next day, 7 miles away in the South Bronx, somebody slammed shut the tailgate of her Kia. Soon she would be helping children find shoes that fit and their parents' place to sleep. Hold on, something's burning here. Setting my car on fire here. Nothing serious. It went out. Okay. Okay, that's good. It's a long article. If you'll excuse the newspaper hiding the video. Okay, that's a long article. More news on Trump. Something about Elon Musk. Twitter's new chief, Twit. Elon Musk ruffled some feathers over verification costs after buying the social media platform last week. After reports of a $20 monthly fee for the previous free blue check mark were met with backlash, Musk said he will have Twitter's subscription service, Twitter Blue, offer U.S. users verification and other benefits for $8 a month. It's one of the several changes he has made. On his first day, he fired the CEO and other top executives, and later tweeted that he'll be digging in on lifting shadow bans and rolling back user restrictions. That's his own, in my opinion, that's his own personal opinion. I don't think it does any good for the website. No. Okay. Let's see here. Here we go. Train derailment leads to asset leak evacuations in Louisiana. Louisiana State Police Emergency Services unit personnel evaluate a train derailment in St. James Parish, provided by the Louisiana State Police. Crews continued efforts Thursday to neutralize hydrochloric acid that spilled during a train derailment in southern Louisiana, prompting evacuations and road closures, officials said. Officials in Pauline and St. James Parish, about 50 miles west of New Orleans, said about 200 homes in a quarter-mile area were evacuated after the leak. Wednesday, as law enforcement and emergency officials went door to door alerting residents, the leak was caused by the derailment of 6 train cars. Residents were put up in hotels or offered shelter at a senior center, according to the St. James Parish Sheriff's Office. Those hotel stays were extended Thursday for another night as authorities tested air quality and ground contamination at individual residents near the site. St. James Sheriff Willie J. Martin Jr. said at a Thursday afternoon news conference, every single resident is going to be tested. It is unclear when residents will be able to return to their homes. Martin said Thursday morning. That's what he said Thursday morning. He said authorities see no need to expand the evacuation zone as crews neutralize ground contamination. As soon as it's safe, we're going to try to get people back to their homes. Martin said Highway 44 was expected to open Thursday, but could not give a timeline on when Highway 642 would open. Crews have so far removed 3 of the 6 train cars from the rail system. Martin said if officials were concerned that if they pull the train car upright, the remaining acid will spill out. They are trying to avoid additional spillage and to neutralize the acid that remains in the car. No injuries were reported. It was not immediately clear what caused the derailment. The acid needs to be neutralized and removed before residents can return home. You think so? Inhaling the corrosive chemical can irritate the lungs, causing cough and shortness of breath. Of course, that's a given. Breathing high levels of the gas can also lead to a buildup of fluid in the lungs, which can cause death. The rail car was carrying 20,000 gallons of hydrochloric acid, said the state. Russian forces most likely leaving Kherson. Strokes are increasing among people in 20s and 30s. That's an interesting article. Of the 1.5 million participants, more than 3,150 had a stroke during the study. Researchers also found the risk of stroke rose with the number of years of moderate to heavy drinking. People with 2 years of drinking had a 19% increased risk, people with 3 years, 22, and people with 4, 23. Stroke in young adults severely impacts both the individual and society by limiting their activities during their most productive years. And this was from Dr. Cho, professor at the Seoul National University College of Medicine. If we could prevent stroke in young adults by reducing alcohol consumption, that would potentially have a substantial impact on the health of individuals and the overall burden of stroke on society. According to the American Heart Association, strokes among people have under 49 have been increasing over the past 30 years. Here's something interesting. The Powerball jackpot balloon heading to its next drawing Saturday. That's today. It's set to hit $1.5 billion, a cash value of $745.9 million. Well, I got my two tickets. Anybody want to go to Tahiti with me? Leave a comment. Leave a comment anyway. Okay. Let's see. Parkland shooter gets life sentence. 2 days of emotional hearings concluded Wednesday when a judge in Florida sentenced Parkland school shooter Nicholas Cruz to life in prison without parole. The sentence handed down by the judge was a formality after a jury voted last month to spare Cruz the death penalty. The life sentence comes more than 4 years after the deadliest shooting in U.S. history, in which Cruz shot and killed 17 people at Marjory Stoneman Douglas High School. Well, personally, I think he should get the death penalty. Fed increases interest rate fourth time in a row. The Federal Reserve did it again. It boosted interest rates by 0.75% on Wednesday, the fourth increase in a row and the sixth this year. The Fed said it expects ongoing increases in rates as it continues to focus on combating inflation. So consumers should expect their costs to head even higher and job losses to mount as economic growth slows. Okay. The chairman of USA Today and CEO Michael Reed, president of Gannett Media, publisher USA Today, Maribel Perez Wadsworth, president, news editor-in-chief, USA Today, Nicole Carroll, chief financial officer, Doug Horn, vice president, and that's senior vice president, local news and audience development, vice president, executive editor, news and initiatives, Kristen Go, vice president, executive editor, sports, Roxana Scott, vice president, executive editor, news and investigations, Jeff Taylor, opinion editor, Kristen Del Guzza. Okay, let's see here. So, How's everybody doing this Saturday morning? It looks like where I'm at, it looks like a dome of clouds. Dreary. Stopped raining. Henry Cavill, or Cavell, reprises his role as Sherlock Holmes in the Netflix sequel Enola Holmes 2. Enola is Millie Bobby Brown, and her older brother Sherlock, that's Cavill, team up to help each other on their case detective cases in the Netflix sequel Enola Holmes 2. Okay. Some movies here. The Banshees of Inisherin, Armageddon Time, 1980s. My Baloney and Eat It. Weird. The Al Yankovic story. Causeway. My Policeman. You can watch that on Amazon Prime. I'm Totally Fine. That's Apple TV and Vudu. Okay, let's see here. 50 states. Alabama, Trustville. Superintendent has resigned after it was revealed that the school officials had been aware of a student's notebook filled with threats for a year before taking action to ensure student safety. Alaska. Lieutenant Governor Kevin Mayer said Wednesday that he is satisfied with Alaska's ballot counting process and there are no plans for a statewide hand count audit of a race like one for which he called 2 years ago. Arizona. A planned research center operated by the University of Arizona will get 150 million allocation of federal money, state officials announced Wednesday. Let's see here. Tennessee. Good morning, Tennessee. A man who fled at a traffic stop with an officer in the vehicle and refused to stop has been fatally shot. Let's see here. South Carolina. Chester. A man and his girlfriend suspected of killing 5 people in 3 states last year pleaded guilty to 2 killings and has been sentenced to life in prison without parole. Okay. Maryland. Montgomery County. Vulgar signs up atop a busy roadway are grabbing the attention of drivers and neighbors. WUSA TV reports conservative activist Sean Porter and several others have been holding signs atop the Capitol Beltway. Georgia, Atlanta, a state agency has stopped accepting applications from people seeking rent assistance, saying the money from a federally funded aid programs has begun to run out. Okay, Missouri, the city will pay $5 million to settle a lawsuit by the family of an unarmed black man fatally shot by police in 2019. Idaho, Boise, a high-profile attorney who has defended in state and federal courts some of the most restrictive abortion laws in the nation, is among the latest to quit state employment. Indiana, what's up, James Jacobson? Governor Eric Holcomb is planning his 5th overseas trip of the year, this time for a UN climate conference in Egypt. Okay. California. Sacramento state officials say they have created a way for sexual assault survivors to track the progress of linking their rape kits with DNA evidence. And good morning to Cale Gervin, aka String Cheese. Hope you're doing okay. And Strawberry Tart, good morning to you and your husband. Police are investigating an anti-Semitic note left at the reception area of Brown, Rhode Island School Design Hill Center on Sunday. And let's also pray for Kim Morehouse, St. James Trapper, who was murdered in his own house a few years back. Raven Hawk, yep. Pray for her. Dawn Morning, pray for her. Like I said, she had back surgery. Yesterday. Who else? I'll be taking a little break until somebody comes on. Here's another article. Elon Musk vowed Twitter will not reinstate banned accounts until the social media platform develops a clear process to do so, meaning suspended users such as former President Donald Trump won't be allowed back for at least a few more weeks. Twitter will continue to combat hate and harassment and enforce its election integrity policies. Musk tweeted Wednesday that Tesla chief executive had said that Twitter should not permanently ban users, and that he would reverse the ban against Trump, who was accused of inciting violence before the January 6th Capitol riots. They're still talking about that, which is ridiculous. That was what? Last year? Let's go to the sports page. Chargers are 4-3. Falcons 4-4. Panthers 2-6. Bengals 4-4. Dolphins 5-3. Bears 3-5. Packers 3-5. Lions 1-6. They're out. Colts 3-4-1. Patriots 4-4. Bills 6-1. Jets 5-3. Vikings 6-1. Go Vikings. Commanders. Who are the Commanders?
Man, that's good stuff, man.
Somebody changed their name. Well, Commanders are 4-4. Raiders 2-5. Jaguars 2-6. Ravens 5-3. Saints 3-5. Titans 5-2. Chiefs 5-2. Rams 3-4. Buccaneers 3-5. Seahawks 5-3, and Cardinals 3-5. Okay. Okay, here's the weather. Seattle 57. Olympia 58. Salem 61. Portland, Oregon 59. Bend 55. On the other side of the country, Miami 85. Tampa 86. San Juan 85. New Orleans 83. Brownsville, Texas 89. Let's go up north, not New England states, Bangor, Maine 66. Augusta 67. Buffalo, New York 71. Middle of the country, Omaha, Nebraska 44. Wait a minute. Where's Omaha? Omaha 46. North Platte 44. Pierre 45. Bismarck 46. Miles City 50. Helena 47. Billings, Montana 48. Honolulu 86. Oklahoma City 69. Tulsa 74. Wichita, Kansas 64. Topeka, 66. Jefferson City, 82. And this is this is November 4th, a couple of days late. Saturday's temperature. Bangor, Maine, 69. Miami, 84. Anchorage, 24 degrees. Brr, baby, it's cold out there. LA, 70. San Francisco, 63. Eureka, 59. Mobile, Alabama, 80. Tallahassee, 84. Houston, 77. San Antonio, 78. Albuquerque, 58. Santa Fe, 52. St. Louis, 65. Memphis, 69. Fort Myers, Florida, 90 degrees. Coldest, 4 degrees. Stanley, Idaho. Ooh, baby, that's cold out there. You can also download their weather online, USA Today. Download their free app. The weather changes. Stay up to date 24/7. World Series. Philadelphia, Houston, 2-2. Okay. Minnesota 6-1. Atlanta's 4-4. Atlanta. Is this New Orleans 3-5? Oh, Atlanta Falcons. Tampa Bay 3-5. Carolina 2-6. So my prediction for the Super Bowl will be where are the Eagles at? Buffalo, Philadelphia 7-0. So I'm going to say it would be Buffalo, Eagles. For the Super Bowl. Buffalo's going to win the American Conference Championship. Philadelphia's going to win the NCF. And Pittsburgh, where is Pittsburgh at? Pittsburgh, 2-6. Ooh-wee. They won their first 2 games, but then they faltered. Let's get it together, Pittsburgh Steelers. Okay. Okay, I think that's it for this morning. Y'all have a blessed day. Have a great weekend. Like and subscribe. Ring that bell. And please, please leave a comment. Come on now. But anyway, love, respect, peace, aloha.